There is a specific moment, not a year, not a decade, a specific, identifiable moment when the money you invested stops feeling like savings and starts feeling like a machine. It doesn't announce itself. There's no notification, no alarm goes off, but something shifts, and once it shifts, it never goes back. Welcome to Warren's Portfolio. Here's what most people get wrong about compounding. They treat it like a concept, something they learned in a personal finance class and nodded at, and then forgot about while their checking account sat earning nothing. Compounding is not a concept. It is a physical process, and like every physical process, it has a point of ignition, a specific threshold after which the math stops being abstract and starts being violent. Violent in the best possible way. Here's the number that will reframe everything you thought you knew about compounding. Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not doesn't matter. The math behind it is undeniable. A single dollar invested at 7% annual return doesn't become $2 in 10 years. It becomes $1.97. Fine. Unremarkable. But that same dollar, left completely alone for 40 years, becomes $14.97. $1, zero additional contributions. 40 years, nearly 15 times the original value from nothing but time. My name is Warren, and today I'm going to show you the exact moment compounding becomes a wealth machine and the one decision that determines whether you ever reach it.
Let's build this from the ground up, because understanding the ignition point of compounding requires understanding what compounding actually is at a mechanical level. Not the definition, the mechanics. When you invest $10,000 and it earns 7% in year one, you have $10,700. Fine, you earned $700. In year two, you don't earn 7% on $10,000. You earn 7% on $10,700. So you earn $749. The interest is earning interest. In year three, you earn 7% on $11,449. You earn $801. Do you see what's happening? The annual return in dollar terms is growing, not because the percentage changed, because the base is growing. Every year, the machine has more fuel to burn. This is the mechanical reality of compounding, and it creates a curve that most people, when they first truly see it, find genuinely difficult to believe. Here is the open loop you need to hold on to. At what specific point does that curve go from gradual to explosive? Because there is a point, a real mathematical inflection point, and the answer reveals why starting 5 years earlier doesn't just help you, it transforms your entire financial outcome. Let's follow Warren's actual investment journey. Starting at age 25, Warren invests $500 per month into a diversified index fund, averaging 7% annual return after inflation. Year one, Warren's account grows to approximately $6,200. He contributed $6,000. The account earned him $200. Underwhelming. He almost stops. Year 5, Warren's account is approximately $35,000. He contributed $30,000. The account has added $5,000 from investment returns. Still feels modest. Year 10, Warren's account is approximately $86,000. He contributed $60,000. The account has added $26,000 from returns. Getting interesting. Year 15, Warren's account is approximately $160,000. He contributed $90,000. The returns have added $70,000. Returns now exceed his contributions from the first 8 years of investing. Year 20, Warren's account is approximately $260,000. He contributed $120,000. Returns $140,000. For the first time, the machine is making more money than Warren is putting in. This is the ignition point. Year 20, the moment returns outpace contributions.
But here's where it becomes violent. Year 25, Warren's account approximately $405,000. He contributed $150,000, returns $255,000. The machine is now generating $1.70 for every $1 Warren puts in. Year 30, Warren's account approximately $605,000. Contributions $180,000, returns $425,000. The machine generates $2.36 for every dollar contributed. Year 35. Warren's account, approximately $900,000. He contributed $210,000, returns $690,000. $3.29 generated per dollar contributed. Year 40. Warren retires at 65. His account, approximately $1.3 million. Total contributed over 40 years, $240,000. Total from compounding returns, over $1,060,000. Warren contributed $240,000 of his own money over 4 decades. The machine generated over $1 million, 4 times more than he ever put in, simply because he started at 25 and never stopped. Now here is the second open loop resolving, and this is the part that should make you genuinely uncomfortable if you are watching this at 30, 35, or 40. What if Warren had started at 35 instead of 25? Same monthly contribution, same return rate, same discipline. At 65, Warren's account would be approximately $600,000. Not $1.3 million, $600,000, less than half. Those 10 years, from 25 to 35, did not cost Warren $60,000 in contributions. They cost him $700,000 in compounding returns. This is the single most expensive mistake in personal finance. Not credit card debt, not a bad investment. Waiting. Waiting is what destroys compounding, because compounding's most powerful ingredient is not money, it is time. And, unlike money, time cannot be earned back. Now here's the third piece, the one that actually explains the shape of the curve and why the ignition point behaves the way it does. Financial mathematicians describe compounding's behavior using a concept called the Rule of 72. Divide 72 by your annual return rate, and you get the approximate number of years it takes for your money to double. At 7% return, 72 divided by 7 equals approximately 10.3 years to double. Here is why that matters at the ignition point. In Warren's first 10 years, his $60,000 in contributions grows to $86,000, one doubling period of early capital. In the second 10 years, years 10 through 20, the base has grown large enough that one doubling adds tens of thousands of dollars, not hundreds. In the third 10 years, years 20 through 30, one doubling of $260,000 adds $260,000 from one decade, from existing money, from nothing Warren had to earn. This is why the curve is not linear. The doublings don't add the same amount each time. They add double what the previous doubling added. And at a large enough base, that doubling produces a number that dwarfs every contribution Warren ever made. The machine doesn't warm up gradually, it ignites. And after ignition, it accelerates.
So here's the framework that determines whether you reach the ignition point or spend your whole life approaching it without ever arriving. Step 1. Start today. Not next month, not when you feel ready, not when your debt is paid off and your emergency fund is perfect and the market feels stable. Today. Even $100 per month invested today beats $500 per month invested in 3 years, because the 3 years of compounding you skip in the meantime cannot be bought back. Step 2. Never interrupt the machine. The most catastrophic thing you can do to a compounding portfolio is withdraw from it before ignition. Every dollar removed doesn't just cost you that dollar, it costs you every dollar that dollar would have generated for the next 10, 20, 30 years. Step 3. Maximize the return rate by minimizing fees. The difference between a fund with a 0.05% expense ratio and a fund with a 1% expense ratio sounds like 0.95%. Over 40 years on a $500 monthly contribution, that 0.95% fee difference costs you approximately $200,000 in compounding losses. The fee is not the problem. The compounding
compounding destruction of the fee is the problem. Step 4. Use tax-advantaged accounts to protect the compounding. A Roth IRA compounds tax-free, meaning the $1.6 million in returns Warren generated are not taxed at withdrawal. In a taxable account, assuming a 20% capital gains rate, Warren would have lost approximately $212,000 of that compounding gain to taxes. The account type is not a detail. It is a $212,000 decision. Step 5. Increase your contribution rate every time your income increases. When Warren got a raise in year 8, he increased his monthly contribution from $500 to $650. That $150 increase, starting at year 8 and continuing through year 40, added approximately $180,000 to his final balance from $150 per month because it went in early enough to compound through multiple doubling cycles. Here is the truth that this math makes undeniable. The wealth machine is not built from genius. It is not built from perfect timing. It is not built from extraordinary income or rare opportunity. It is built from one decision, made early and never undone. Warren did not find a secret. He found a calculator. He ran the numbers, and then he set up an automatic transfer that has run every single month without exception, without interruption, for decades. And the machine did the rest. If you want to see the exact portfolio allocation Warren uses, the specific fund tickers, the specific contribution breakdown between 401k and Roth IRA, and the specific rebalancing schedule he follows, that complete breakdown is in the next video. Subscribe now, because every month you wait to watch that video is another month the machine could have already been running for you. This is not personal finance. This is financial warfare. And the wealth machine you start today, in 40 years, it will have made more money than you ever did.